daddy. It's exactly why I wanted to record this. Whoa, daddy. It's like what, not even 9 a.m. Today is the 4th of April, man. The 4th of April, 2024. The last time I saw a storm like this at this time of year, I remember exactly when it was because I've been taking pictures for the longest time, way before doing videos. That's a Winnebago Lachero, by the way. Anyway, and it was 2007. It was like that. It was a freak snowstorm, early April. I don't know what day it was. So, ooh, there's a reminder of the ice storm right there. I'm gonna let this guy go by with his kid here. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but look at all the broken tree branches already. I hope one of them doesn't friggin' fall on me from all the weight from the snow. Actually, come to think of it, hey, there's a monsieur encore. Anyway, it's funny because now that I think of it, a year ago, almost exactly, we had like a little ice storm. We had a little bit of an ice storm, so actually I wasn't even planning on doing I was even planning on talking during this video, to be honest, because I was originally going to walk to Joliet Metro, and that's walking mostly north, and the wind is coming from the northeast. So now I'm walking towards the west, so that's why this is so far so good, working out well. I didn't think there'd be wow, I didn't think there'd be already that many fallen branches, actually. Jeez. Jeez Louise. You know, you see, that's what I was telling Grant this morning. I talked to him. I'm going to be hooking up with him later. I said, even last night, I said, I got a feeling it's going to be an epic kind of a day for recording, you know. Oh, let's go north a few blocks anyway. We'll do my typical kind of a zigzag thing, you know. Oh, wow, they didn't even pass the thing here yet, the chenille. I don't like that. These boots I have are the only reason why I'm wearing these boots, because they're high quality. They were a gift from my mom, and they're nice and dry compared to those shit boots I got from Yellow. Those are terrible. Terrible. Hey, within 4 months they started leaking, for Christ's sake. 4 months, man. Oh, this is really, wow, this is just amazing. This is exactly what I thought I was gonna see. Heavy, thick, wet snow gluing everything. Oh man, this is really stupendous. That's a no-no. I saw that. You're not allowed to leave a shitload of snow on your car like that driving. Anyway, if you can't figure that out, why? Well, you're obviously not from the Great White North, eh? Also, this is a perfect time to test this GoPro in all this wetness, because this thing is waterproof. So just got to keep an eye on the viewfinder. Probably have to clean it once in a while. Yeah, because the thing is that if I were to walk to Joliet Metro, you might not even hear part of what I'm saying, because I'm actually literally saving a video right now, right before I left, of a walking video I did in Anjou, St. Leonard on Sunday, and is literally walking into the wind. There's wind coming from the west. I was walking northwest, wind gusting to 40, and like a third of the video you couldn't even hear what I said, what I was saying. So, oh my lordy, I see the 29 coming. It's on detour. There you go, for you scrap lovers, because I'm sure it's probably what it is anyway. Right? Of course it is. Oh, it's the 125 on detour. What? Oh no, I was right. Scrap. Wow. And we're gonna go make a left over here through the you know, one of the finest aspects of Hochelaga, where I live here, is this area right here. What they did with this alleyway is really beautiful. I mean, again, this used to be a really rough part of town, and there are people who think, especially people from the West Island and all that, from where I'm from, and they think it's a shithole and it's filled with crime. And of course there's crime, but there's not nearly as many bad people here as there used to be, and they didn't have alleyways looking lovely like this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Maybe I should speak a lower voice so a freaking tree branch doesn't hit me and crush me. And look at that. Look at that. Hey, c'est pas beautiful, ça? Ah oui, puis vous autres, les abonnés en français. Il y aura une autre vidéo de marche en français. Je sais pas quand est-ce. I was just saying, and I'm going to let you guys know right now too, that I will be making another walking video sometime in French soon again, because I enjoyed doing that last one. I know a lot of people did, and oh, you don't like it, hey, whatever. Nobody's forcing you to watch that, eh? So, I know, just meander here. I never remember the name of this street. I think it's Darling or Désiré, one of the two. I don't know. Starts with a D. Look, this is what I'm talking about. This is beautiful. I don't have a problem with this kind of spending of taxpayer money. This is nice. There's nothing, I don't have a problem with it. But when you're talking about Rue Sainte-Catherine downtown, and you know, for a few blocks and everything is tiled, the street is tiled, the sidewalks are tiled. God, it must have cost millions of dollars to do that. How could I be for that, you know? More than ever, I'm a man of logic. The only thing I still need to take care of in my life that I haven't taken care of for a long time, that I neglected for years, is to cut down on the YouTubing and focus more on having a job and keeping it, even if it's part-time. Because again, I'm dying over here with inflation, and it's just very frustrating time for finances for me and a lot of people. Just terrible. Just terrible. Yeah, and here's another thing. How about paying your artists like this, local artists, to do amazing murals like that? I don't have a problem with that. Why would I have a problem with that? This guy who did this, he's known actually. He does like these murals of kids. That I've seen a few of them here and there. Yeah. So we're gonna walk north here. Look at this blowing snow and everything. Oh man, it's amazing. The Environment Canada didn't emit the snowstorm warning. They only issued a snowfall warning. So I'll probably be filming this till Frontenac Metro, but I'm not positive about that. We'll see how it goes. I brought an extra battery with me, which I have never done with this camera yet, but again, it's like I have a feeling, as I was telling Grant, as I mentioned before, this is going to be one of those epic type of days, because look, it looks like we're like, you know, December, January, February right now, March even, and it's beginning of April. So oh, it's just amazing. And interestingly enough, as I saw my parents yesterday, I was telling my stepfather Marcel, I said, look, what's interesting is that this is one of the most weirdest winters we ever had, because we only had two snowfalls in the whole season, one in December, one in January, that needed snow removal. And the funny thing is that it was basically dry. There was hardly any other snow or even rain. And we're looking at two Jeeps like just a stone throw from each other. Not sure you're gonna hear everything I say, so I'm gonna walk backwards. And but we're going into a transition from El Nino, right, which was the warming of the waters, which is why we had a warmer than winter than average, and freaking going to La Nina within the next couple of months. Oh man, look at that wind has really come from the north. It's a good thing I decided to do what I did, not walk up to Joliet Metro. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I will do a walking video of all Ontario Street right here to Frontenac, because honestly, frankly, it really isn't as nice as this. It's the charm of this area is all these old trees, the old apartment buildings, you know, this amazing church. But again, this part of Ontario to Frontenac, not very nice at all. Not really. Like, there's a few nice buildings like this here, and then there's the of course the funeral complex here, which I know a guy actually who lives here somewhere. He was a customer, very cool guy. And you see the name of the business is Sans Regret Funeral Complex. Sans Regret, ironically, it's hilarious because that's actually in English it means without regret. So that's the whole point of dying content, if you're not dying suddenly, is to die without regret in your life, you know. And I hate to say it, even at my life, I mean, I love what I do and I've done for years, being an eccentric artist, and you know, having filmed and immortalized vehicles in so many ways. But again, I spent like so much of my life just, you know, single. It has actually stayed pretty clear. So Yeah, I should have been doing more in that in the love department. That's a fail, and I wouldn't be too happy, like, you know, dying slowly or quick enough that you know, not having completed things, it seems, in my life and not regretting it. Like, it's this traffic lamp, it's still got the original bulb in it. That's kind of rare nowadays. They've all gone to LED. See what I mean? It's just not as nice. Like, look, it's got this building, whatever modern, whatever type of commercial building, and you know, Videotron truck going by, no longer an Econoline. That's going out, unfortunately. All the companies have gone to these cheap vehicles, stupid Sprinters and Transit, whatever. Well, and then coming up here, we got the CP train line here, where used to be actually a... Oh, look at that. Whoa, that's a surprise. What's that? That's what the hell was that? That looked like a Transport Quebec, some sort of a security car with a police pack. This is Rue Moto. Anyway, like I was saying, that overpass there, that's the Canadian Pacific train line, but it used to be also a very busy freight yard there, rail yard. But you know, with everything not practically made here anymore and all made in China or whatever, it's just, all there is the freight yard left down there south of here in the port, the port of the Montreal. You know, actually it was maybe a couple of months ago or so, I'd say, I just did a spur of the moment video. Look at this guy's out of place. Hey, go back to where the rich people is. What are you doing here? Taking over this area, god damn it. And oh man, I lost my train of thought now. I don't like those stupid Mercedes AMGs. I don't know. I don't like them. I just don't like them. I don't care if they have a V8. I usually like most vehicles with V8 engines, but not everything. And again, I'm as old school as it gets. Give me a 71 Catalina or something, and anything actually, Catalina or Bonneville with a V8. Take it. Oh, take it. Whew. Yeah, man. So yeah, I used to almost only ever walk to Joliet Metro. I don't know, even over the years, 10 years I've been living here, I was narrow-minded like that. And then, I don't know, one day I was like, you know what, I'm tired of almost always walking uphill going that way. It hasn't been good for the pericarditis, so instead I started walking this way, which is like maybe a few minutes longer than going to Joliet. And go to Frontenac Metro, which is a shittier station, but again, it's mostly flat going this way, so, or something like that, you know. And man, before I left, I see the freaking, I checked the temperatures, like -1 and -9 with the wind. I'm like, oh man, -9. I said, I better put on the long johns, baby. And why the hell are they called long johns anywhere? They're long underwear. You know, boy, it would be amazing timing though to get a freight coming right here though. Right there, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. There's nothing like trains in the snow. Well, everything in the snow looks beautiful actually, you know. So yeah, and then of course there used to be some sort of serious industry was right here, and then obviously you can see here it's pretty much all condos. They're still building condos. Matter of fact, somewhere, so I think I'm just going to cross the street here, because then you ended up walking in the street eventually anyway because of all the construction of condos. And here comes 125. It's scrap. Yeah, more scrap than ever in the East End. Yeah, of course it is. Piece of fucking junk. Fucking STM, you robbers, you. I think cross right here. It's like I said, I don't feel like dealing with this construction bullshit. On the left side. Yeah, don't mind me, just vlogging. Just doing what I do best. Look at that, there's so much snow you can't even see the bloody street sign here. Whew. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this video in priority, I think, eh? Ooh, boy, that lens is actually kind of staying clean, eh? Yeah, not bad. It's hard for me to check because even my glasses are all freaking filled with drops. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm gonna wrap this up, I think, in the next light. Doesn't have to be a really long-winded thing. As I was saying, my last walking video, which is like 25 minutes, half hour, I'm like, meh, you know, why does it have to be too long anyway? Like, people have this misconception that, you know, you make more monetizing a video if it's longer. Not necessarily, because most people don't watch a whole video anyway, especially if it's long. I know I have the statistics, you know. Or maybe I'll just stop at Bercy, actually, where the Tim's is, where I'm gonna stop in, I think. Stop in there. Last time I went in there, it was so noisy in there. There's often in the morning or early afternoon a bunch of old men there, and they're all commiserating, makes them so much goddamn noise. So now I walk in there, and I threw my back out last week, right, a week ago almost exactly, and I go in there and I'm not in a good mood. I'm really not in a good mood at all. And these guys are making noise, and one of them is playing music on his phone and all this, and I'm like, and I just turn around as I'm in line. I turn around, I look at him, I said, hey, in French, I said, hey, it's like a football game here. They all stopped talking at the same time. I'm wearing my leather coat, you know, my black flat cap, my sunglasses, you know, and I said to them, I said, look, I got respect for all you old people, but come on. And they quieted down there, you know. This is gonna get demolished one day, probably. Yeah. Whew. Hooah! See, just boring modern buildings, nothing special, you know. I don't know, it's all brand new. Look, it's not even open yet. I mean, what are they going to be? Are they going to be condos? I don't think they're going to be condos. I think they look more like low-cost housing, you know. So I'm sure a lot of you will probably think to yourself, wow, Elton, there's going to be some snow removal now, right? I mean, you know, I didn't tell you how much they're calling for. They're saying 15 to 20 centimeters. Yeah, but today's Thursday, and by Monday it's supposed to be 16. So I don't know really what's going to happen, because, and don't get me started with the goddamn mayor if I didn't mention it before, because she's got a lot of freaking nerve, this broad, saying a month or two ago that she's going to bring up the taxes in my neighborhood alone by 13% this year because of the rising costs of the snow removal operation. For Christ's sake, there's been 2 snow removal operations the whole season. Seriously, as I mentioned earlier, there was you know, important snowfall 2 times only this year compared to how much snow this city usually gets, or province anyway, or southern province. So I'll probably find an excuse not to do snow removal. You know, and as a matter of fact, look at all the times I've already walked here, all these blocks. I haven't seen any equipment out there. I haven't seen any sidewalk cleaners, nothing, man. But they've been clearing the roads. You can see they've been clearing the roads. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm not going to stick around here. I'm going to go west, man. I'm going to go to the parts of the cities that are not boroughs, or not technically part of the city, like Dorval and whatever, Beaconsfield, and see if I can find some snow removal there. And one of the reasons why, because those are very expensive parts of the cities to live, right? You know, I mean, people that influence, they're making 100 grand a year, so they're not going to just leave the snow there. They're going to remove it, believe me. So anyway, there's my Tim's there. There's my beacon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I think I'll probably end up doing another walking video later with Grant, because like I said, I brought another battery. So thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and stay tuned, subscribe, and enjoy your positive comments. Don't be a dick, please. I don't need that. You know, again, it's very rare I leave a negative comment on a video unless I really think it's important and warranted. So look at this guy. He's got the most important job to me and a lot of people than imaginable. Gotta bring the Timmies, bring in the drugs. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Well, I didn't think that this video was going to be continued filming, you know, in the snow here in my area, but I figured I should. You see, they closed off this street here at Hochelaga here on Davidson Street. I figured, well, might as well do a continual walking video from this morning. Now it's, I don't know, later afternoon, I guess, because they closed the bloody street off because of all these freaking fallen branches due to all the heavy snow, the weight from the heavy snow. And, you know, I was already waiting quite a long time as it is for the 29th because I was too tired to want to walk home. So when I'm really tired, you know, I'll take the bus, whichever. Of course, I'd rather walk. And Oh yeah, there we go, right there. I was right to start filming. Look at this, huge, huge. Almost the whole freaking tree broke right off. Wow. Okay. Now I was wondering too, because when I was looking at the app, the transit app, for the schedule for the times for the 29, it was showing that all the stops like below Hochelaga all the way to Joliet Metro were just like canceled. I was like, what's going on, you know? Like I saw a few broken branches like you saw in the beginning of my video, but wow, look at that, eh? Hey, c'est beaucoup ça, that's bad. That's something, man. Jesus, Murphy. It's almost the whole tree, like I said, eh? Man, oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, hope you got good insurance on that car there. Well, I like how they put the yellow tape around it, you know, like somebody's gonna take off with it and start playing with those trees. Whoa, boy, there's... Yeah, well, that's it. All the heavy snow we got today, heavy snow we got overnight, that's... This kind of thing is expected, eh? So, I don't think I'm gonna film this too long, but it's definitely interesting because it's not every year that you get snow at the beginning of April. And hopefully you hear everything I say, because the last walking video I did from last week, I sort of kind of botched the audio there because it was too windy. So I made a mental note never to do a walking video going into the wind. I was like, oh, this camera is great in the wind. No, it's not. It's just like every other camera. It's terrible. So look at that. There you go. Just yeah, and of course I was thinking to myself, oh, hopefully it'll be snow removal. No, probably not, because again, it's April and there's usually no snowstorms, no snow to remove. So there we go. That's it. You know what, I think I don't know, I'm gonna keep, I just want to get home now. I'm fed up. I was gonna stop here at this dépanneur, my favorite dépanneur, friendly, and get some milk, but the hell with it. I'll just keep walking home here. Actually, you know what, let's do something different. Let's go down to my street here in this alleyway. Let's see how that looks like anyway. I guess I'll also point out that the bizarre part of my street coming up here as we turn left onto my street, Cuvelier. What's weird about it is that it's one of so many streets in my area here in Hochelaga that are changing, right? People are rich and they're rebuilding these apartments and redoing them completely, and then jacking up the rate, you know, the rent's like a $1,500, $2,000 a month and all that. And some of these places, like, they don't even look like they belong in this area. It's like they look like they're really made for the rich. And some of the people, I just see them in this area and it's like they really don't look like they're from here at all. Like, I don't know how to explain it, waspy or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that was a big tree that came down there. Oddly enough, I think as I mentioned this morning, that really reminded me of that little ice storm we had this time last year, actually, which was something else, man. You know, see, look at all these places. You can tell it's all redone. Windows are all changed, doors are all changed. Look, all that there. You know, so I can't imagine how much it costs a month. I know, like, you see some of these really expensive like SUVs and pickups and stuff parked here. You would never have seen this stuff years ago. Very bizarre. Look at this. You know, guy over here somewhere's got a Jeep Wrangler. It looks like it costs like $70,000. You know, it's anyway, that's it. I don't think I'm gonna keep going more than that. Just a little addition for you. Obviously you can see it's not snowing as much as it was earlier, but it's literally all these hours I've been out, it's never stopped snowing. So and if the mayor decides not to do snow removal, well, then I hope that it comes down on her big time and people get really pissed, because a lot of the motorists specifically are not going to be pleased, because that's a lot of snow and it's not going to just disappear in a couple of days, you know. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and we'll see you on the next jazz. Oh, there's that Jeep I was talking about. Look at that snow, it's just plummeting down. It's coming on down. Yeah, like I said, you see that Jeep Wrangler there? The status vehicle over here is like, oh, hey, but I've never seen a vehicle like that regularly around here years ago. Again, just to show you how much this area is changing. And look at this over here. This is really weird here. This looks like something an architect built. He could afford to probably live anywhere. You're an architect, you could afford to live anywhere. And you build a house here and you could live here. You got a nice little fence there, dog barking in the window. It's just so bizarre, just so weird. So in other words, the whole point of this is, which by the way reminds me of the guy one time I was walking home. I was walking in the back alley here and this guy's freaking backing up his freaking EV Tesla there, which you know how expensive those are. I mean, you want to talk about like what the hell's going on here? There's people starving around here. I'm poor as it is. I got barely enough trouble making the rent. The friggin' rich people are moving in here. I mean, I know the neighborhood is changing, but it's like, look, if you're rich, you should be living where the rich people are living, not here. That's the bottom line. I don't want to end on a bad note. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.